This YCN segment is brought to you by MJ Harrington and Company, jewelers and designers since 1948.
Welcome in, YCN Sports Talk. Jeremy Stout, and joining me in studio today, Brett Franklin. Brett, thanks for joining me.
Appreciate you having me on, Jeremy.
Brett from ESPN Radio for the Upper Valley, 94.5 FM, 1400 AM, and 1230 AM in Claremont. So, Brett, first let's talk some baseball, World Series. Quick game last night, under 3 hours. It was the quickest game, shortest game by time since like 1992 in the World Series. So that's not bad. Under 3 hours, great. Dodgers winners 3-1. Pitchers duel, but I thought it was an exciting game. I mean, I know people want to see home runs, they want to see a lot of action, but for a pitchers duel, low scoring, it was a pretty exciting game.
Yeah, both Dallas Keuchel and Clayton Kershaw had a great outing last night. Unfortunately, Keuchel just made kind of two big mistakes, and there were two home runs, and that was really. But yeah, it was a fantastic game. Great pitching. This is the Clayton Kershaw I think a lot of folks have been waiting to see, and so far it's paid dividends. But I think the Dodgers are the best team in this series so far. I from a human element, you gotta appreciate Houston and want to see the fans down there be able to earn a championship after the hurricane devastation down there. But LA is just so good, and they've got so much talent. They're deeper in their bullpen as well. I picked LA to win this in 5, but last night was a good game for both sides. I know Astros fans feeling a little blue, but game 2 tonight as we tape this.
Yeah, and game 2 is tonight, and we'll talk about that towards the end of this segment. But just as a whole, the Astros, like you said, the Dodgers clearly, they are the better team. I don't think there's any question about that. They have some holes. The Astros have some holes. Their bullpen is not as strong. Obviously, the best pitcher, I think, is on the Dodgers, Kershaw. We'll see Verlander tonight. But how close do you think, are these two teams probably the best two teams in Major League Baseball? Are we finally getting that matchup where the top two teams?
I think you have to say yes, because the Astros beat the Red Sox. They beat the Yankees. Personally, I kind of wanted to see a Yankees-Dodgers matchup.
Right.
It's tough for me to say that as a Red Sox fan, but I think from an exciting factor, young players on both teams, good pitching up until, throughout the series for the Yankees. But, yeah, these are the best two teams. Would have loved to see the Indians and Terry Francona possibly get a run in there as well. But, as baseball fans can tell you, never expect you to, never just expect to be in the World Series after you win 102 games. But, yeah, the best two teams, they're meeting here in this World Series with the Dodgers with the edge.
And I think in game 1, the Dodgers won the game. Obviously, they're up 1-0 with home field advantage. They're the favorites to go and win this now, especially by winning the first game. But if you're the Astros, you got to feel okay. You only gave up 3 runs, and you scored a run off Kershaw, the big home run by Bregman. You didn't get blown out. Now you've got your ace coming back, Justin Verlander, against the 37-year-old Rich Hill, who we know he's been up and down. He's pitched really well this season, but we saw him on the Red Sox for half a season. He's not that good at times. So going forward, I wouldn't, not to say you're counting the Astros out, but they might be able to steal a game here with Verlander if he has a great game.
They're going to need to. They're going to need to steal a game, and you just wonder how much energy did the Astros expend in the ALCS to get to this point. They really used a lot of pitching towards the tail end, especially in Game 7, to get to this point. But you'd rather just get here. And, Verlander tonight, I think this is kind of his last big hurrah, his last big chance to get a World Series championship. I expect him to go deep tonight. This might be their best chance to get a win on the road.
Yeah, exactly. Their best chance with Verlander, and then you go back home 3 in Houston and maybe win 2 there, and then and who knows what can happen, because these teams, anybody can do it. As we saw, Astros winning the first 2 against the Yankees, Yankees coming back winning 3 straight at home, and then the Astros back home. So
and the same format here, first 2 in LA and then the next 3 in Houston. So if you can get one as the Astros, you'd love to head back home and possibly and take a serious stranglehold on the series.
All right, quickly before we head out, news today that Dustin Pedroia had surgery, and it looks like he's going to be out maybe till mid-May, maybe June, something like that. I mean, they got to get a second baseman now, or how are they going to figure this out?
It looks like it. I mean, they're in trouble. I mean, they just signed him, or a 7-year deal now officially kicks in. Didn't really go into this offseason in the highest praise of fans, including yours truly. Not a good situation right now. And again, they still have to get a middle power bat. And as we talked about on the radio the other day, where are they going to get that? I don't know.
Yeah, they got Alex Cora as their manager, so they've got that checked off. Now they got to start checking off some other boxes. So we'll see what they do over the next few months. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get to some NFL. Patriots with a big win on Sunday, probably their best game of the season. You're watching YCN Sports Talk.